So Dricus Du Plessis submits Israel Adesanya in the main event of UFC 305, and I was there to watch it live just about because I got out of hospital a few hours before, made sure I was there just in time to watch poor Steve Erceg get knocked out in the first round in Perth, which is crazy. But Dricus won, and that's all I care about. I don't care that Gamrot got robbed. Oh my God, what happened to Li Jingliang? So much happened. Who the fuck scored that for Tuivasa? I'm so behind, you guys. I'm very, very behind. But we're playing catch up. Okay? I'm on recovery. Dricus Du Plessis is the middleweight champion of the world. Life is good. The world is good. This is a world I'll happily live in. This is a world I'll happily recover within and get back to full strength. And I'm getting back to full strength. Hopefully, I won't reverse that by making these very, very enthusiastic videos. But I nearly died. And I went to hospital and I lost my voice in the process. No big deal, guys. Just ripped a bunch of cords out of myself to make it to the main event. And I watched Dricus Du Plessis. I mean, just put on an absolute masterclass. I'm joking. I was terrified the entire time. I don't know, man. I feel like a homeless person, but maybe that's how I always look. And now I've just got a new sense of clarity on myself. Dricus won. Easy work, boys. No, I'm joking. I was terrified for him. It was close. It was very close. I had it 2-1 either way. I thought round one actually could have gone to Dricus Du Plessis. Now, I've seen a lot of reactions to this. From JRE, from Usman, from Adesanya himself, from other people in the MMA media. And these people ain't giving DDP his credit in this fight, okay? Close fight, but the way people are talking about this is like Israel Adesanya was putting on some kind of masterclass and schooling Dricus, and then randomly Dricus got him in the fourth round. Not the case whatsoever. No matter what that JRE fight companion will have you think, which I might make a whole separate video on tomorrow. This was not a schooling from Israel Adesanya and then a sudden comeback from Dricus. Round one. Now, I gave it to Israel Adesanya live because he cut Dricus with a knee. And I give value to that if it's close. But watching it back, I'm thinking, maybe Dricus got round one. He landed some good shots. And in all honesty, in round one, Israel Adesanya weren't landing too many good shots on the chin. Dricus was doing good. And I'll tell you one thing about Dricus as well. We're just going to glaze Dricus a bit more here. I'll tell you one thing about Dricus. His lead kicks were really good. I loved them. The body kicks off the lead leg, the left leg, bringing it up high as well. I feel like he played Adesanya's kick game better than him. Like, we don't even really see Adesanya throwing too many head kicks out there that effectively like that. But Dricus, although he wasn't landing them clean, he was landing a lot of partial shots that were getting Israel Adesanya's attention. And I think Israel Adesanya thought that he was going to... You know what? I thought there was a general consensus that Israel Adesanya was up here in terms of striking skill and Dricus was way down here. I think they're like right there, you know, with Israel maybe there on technicality and then Dricus here. But Dricus is just more dog than him. It's almost like Dricus is just genetically built different. I'm joking. I'm not going to get into that because Usman will fucking cry. Usman will cry on his podcast if I get into that. But Dricus Du Plessis, the middleweight champ, beats Israel Adesanya. Round one, great round. Technical. It's actually a very sloppy fight from both. But you know what I'm starting to realize? It don't matter how technical you are and how pretty you think you're going to make things. When Dricus Du Plessis is in front of you, it ain't going to be pretty, okay? It's going to be a Dricus Du Plessis fight. And you're going to get scrappy. And I tell you what you're also going to get, which has happened to every fucking fighter that Dricus has fought. You're going to get tired. You're going to get frantic. And you're going to start praying. And then he's going to get you. Okay? Now, Strickland is the one to defy this rule so far. But Strickland is normally a guy that we see start to walk people down. Always, no matter who they are. Nassourdine Imavov on a week's notice, up like 205 catch weight. Strickland steps in out of shape after going 5 rounds of Cannonier, scrapping for 5, and still breaks him as the fight goes on. I think Imavov actually had a decent moment at the end of the 5th, but everyone gets broken by that Strickland pressure, but Dricus don't. And he don't. And he broke Adesanya and made him tired and sloppy and frantic, and he took advantage of him once he did. And a lot of people are talking about this again, as I said. Adesanya masterclass. Joe Rogan was fucking cumming his pants. Cumming his pants, saying, oh, this is the Adesanya of old, folks. I wish I could do impressions. People forget, man. This is the Adesanya of old, folks. I think there was this random guy on there. I don't know why they invited him. Diversity hire on the JRE Fight Companion, as far as I'm concerned. He was on there saying, I feel like America just lost a war. Shut up, bitch. Fucking idiot. Either way, he was talking about how Adesanya's looking better than ever. They all were glazing. But Dricus looked good. He looked, well, it was a very sloppy fight. But I think we're going to have to start getting used to that because Dricus is bringing a new element. You know what I mean? This ain't a style that's been refined upon generations of where he's culturally from. Now, that's actually a part of the argument as to why there was so much beef in the build-up of this fight. But Dricus submits Adesanya in the 4th. I'm beyond happy. Round 2, he starts getting takedowns, starts establishing control. He loses position. I go insane because he's rushing, but that's what he does. You know, he wants to get to the next best position. He's not there just to hold. So he goes straight to the back when it's offered to him. But he accidentally fell off the top and then actually started looking a little bit bad for him towards the end of round 2 because he used a lot of energy to get those takedowns. And even before the takedown happened in round 2, he looked like he fell off balance and went down face first into the canvas. And Israel was showing some really good takedown defense. And, you know, Dricus eventually got his way in the second round, and I thought won the second round with the grappling because I think there's this idea that while they were on the feet, Adesanya was just winning, even though Dricus was still doing good with his body kicks. And I'm going to say this, he did look good in moments. At the start of round 3, he looked good for about 2 minutes. And then he would have another moment where he would look really good for about 30 seconds. Then he would have another moment where he would look really good for about a minute. And then guess what happened after those intervals where Adesanya looked good? Dricus started looking better. And Dricus kept pushing. And Adesanya, all of a sudden, I think people overestimated his cardio. I think Dricus is putting a pace on these middleweights that we're not understanding. And this ain't glaze. This is real. Round 3 looked sloppy. He was getting hit with some good body shots. Good kicks to the body from Adesanya. Adesanya started to have to sort of plant and throw against Dricus. He wanted to take the center from the get-go. He didn't want to let Dricus push him backwards. I think that was a big game plan after the Strickland fight for Adesanya. We're not going to get pushed backwards again. We're not going to let ourselves get bullied here. And Dricus just played it smart. You know what I mean? Oh, you want to take the center for a bit? Cool, I'll play on the back foot for a bit. I'll play with my kicks. Low kicks. He landed a few good low kicks. I know Adesanya landed some good ones as well, but Dricus landed some good lead body kicks. Blachowicz did that very well in their fight. He would follow up combinations with body kicks and not many head kicks, but low kicks and body kicks were what Blachowicz followed up combinations with. Because Adesanya isn't he's not a guy that's going to do a crazy amount. You know what I mean? He's going to either find and catch you as you come in, or he's going to negate the exchange and escape. You know what I mean? And once Dricus didn't get caught coming in, he knew he could just sort of continue these exchanges, and then Adesanya would have less and less answers as the fight went on. Round 3 was a bit risky for Dricus, of course. But towards the end of round 3, Dricus started having a really good round as well. And Adesanya showed great takedown defense. I remember once in the fight, he sprawled it. I'm having to remember here because it's a few days after where I can finally speak and not nearly die trying to exist. It's been rough few days, but we're back. And I'm going to get back into the flow. We can't lose Lucas Tracy and MMA Guru within a week, okay? I don't want to leave you guys with bedtime MMA over here. He's now doing his little face cam. Good for him. I respect it. But Dricus Du Plessis. I lose my voice. Bedtime gains his face. Weird twist of events. But Dricus breaks him. And let me tell you, the King of Africa has been decided. I'm joking. No. Again, I don't want Usman to cry. Might make a whole video on that. But Dricus won, man. And life's good. And I'm liking life. And what can I say, man? I'm just on the mend, you know? Like, I don't know if I would have powered through if Adesanya won. I'll be real with you guys. I might have tried death. You know, it sounds like a good niche, to be honest with you, to try and find. You know what I mean? There's a picture of me in a hospital bed with like all of these cords in me. What a stupid last week I've had. And I missed Sean O'Malley and Tim Welch's podcast. I was supposed to be on that today. And I wasn't because I couldn't. I was supposed to be on that yesterday. And I couldn't. So I've missed. So please let me back on next week or something. Because I really want to be on that. But yeah, Dricus won. And he fucking submitted him, dude. And you know what I want to say as well at the end of this? I just want to get this out of the way so I can move on to current content. What I want to say at the end of this is, thank God Dricus won. Because there would be none of this sportsmanship afterwards if he would have lost. And we know that. Okay? I do want to mention Goddard tried his best to allow the groin shot and the cage grabs of Adesanya. He also was very quick to stop the celebration of Dricus over Adesanya if there was going to be one, which there wasn't. But, you know, Goddard made sure. Who knows if he would have made sure if Adesanya was there, but all good. I don't know. I'm glad that Dricus won because we get like a respectful moment here. Now, did I want some extreme disrespect? Yes. Yes, I did. I did want that. But you know what? I'm a lesser man than Dricus. You know? I'm just not that guy. You know? I would have went... If I was Dricus and I pulled off that win after the build-up that they had, I'd be in prison in the UK right now, boys. I'd be in prison, okay? And it would be maybe justified, I tell you, because some of the things I would have said. YouTube would let me. UK government might not, I'll tell you. But no. Great stuff from Dricus Du Plessis. Respectful afterwards. Showed Adesanya all the respect in the world. And, yeah. It was good to watch. Man. It's a good life. It's a good life with Dricus winning. I wouldn't have liked it if Adesanya won, guys. I don't know if I'd have found the motivation to come back. But we're back. And we're going to get straight back into the flow. Either way, I need to calm down on the speaking. But Dricus Du Plessis submits Israel Adesanya. I don't have much to say about it, guys, other than that. I think I've just repeated myself. It was a great win. It really was. And he dominated. Well, he didn't dominate, but he finished dominantly. Got the finish. People, you know what I'm going to say as well? People are talking about Dricus' goofy style, yeah. And don't get me wrong, it is really goofy. And it's an African style, funnily enough. It's an African style of fighting, which is interesting because Israel Adesanya has more of a, New Zealander Muay Thai style, And Usman's got more of an American wrestler's style, if you know what I'm saying. But Dricus has an African style of fighting, and it's something we haven't seen before. Okay, and Cameron Simon actually fights quite similarly out of the same gym. Varying levels of success. No offense, Cameron. But, I think it works in the higher weight classes because it's like a danger first style. In the lower weight classes, it's a bit more risky to pull off, and maybe that's where a guy like Cameron's going to have to make those tweaks. But in the higher weight classes where Dricus can rock you with any punch and get you down, and like it's big physical division, the middleweight division is, where physicality does come into play a lot more than it would do maybe in the bantamweight division, who knows. But Dricus pulls it off again, man. And I'll tell you this, I'll make some statements at the end. People aren't talking about certain moments in this fight. Dricus, he was timing his blitzes with Adesanya's stance switches. And Adesanya, when he stance switches, he has to do something gay and cool. And he can't help but do that. Israel Adesanya, I feel like he could fight better if he didn't want to look so cool. You know what I mean? Like, he could be a lot more effective. And that's what Dricus is. It's like, I don't care what you're going to critique me on. I don't care how cool I look. I don't care what Dominic Cruz and DC are going to have to say about this. You know what I mean? I'm going to do what works. And that's what works. Aggressiveness. Pushing a pace. And he broke Adesanya cardio-wise. And Adesanya was tripping over his feet, running away. I think a lot of people saw a fight with Gastelum, some fat little lightweight, and Adesanya gritted down in the 5th round, going to fucking war with him. And they all of a sudden went, dude, this guy's cardio is insane. Other than that fight, where have we seen Adesanya's cardio proven? He slowed down against Blachowicz. He slowed down against many other fighters. And if he didn't slow down, well, it's not that he slowed down against many other fighters, but the pace in his fights is so slow and controlled. And Dricus, I'll end the video with this. Dricus took control from Adesanya. That's what it was. Every fight we see from Adesanya. Pereira's second fight, almost, I reckon it would have ended up this way. If he didn't catch Pereira when he did, I think it was leading to this, but maybe in the third or the late second for Pereira, where it was all of a sudden there was a pace that Adesanya wasn't too fond of. And he found a way to find the shot against Pereira. But with Dricus and the takedown threat and the unorthodox approach, it was just like Adesanya was overwhelmed. And he was running and turning his back and tripping over himself. And Dricus was catching him from weird angles. And I tell you this, Dricus may end up in weird angles, but I tell you what, his opponents end up in defensively weird angles because they don't know where to go. They don't know where he's going to go. So where they're expecting someone to shift in properly, let's just say, no offense, Dricus, where they're expecting someone to shift into range as they normally would, they're thinking, okay, he's going to be here when I'm taking a back step. He's going to be here when I circle out. But no, Dricus is running after him, clobbering him. I'm going to say clobbering. That's a great word. He's clobbering Adesanya. Yes, Dricus. He's clobbering him, fucking running him down, clobbering him to the side of the head. And Adesanya's like, and he just did this as well. I'm so happy. It's delayed, but the emotions are coming back out of me now. Adesanya did the Holloway point, and then like 4 seconds later, he was on the floor. He pointed to the ground, and Dricus went, okay, eesh. Dragged him down to the canvas, locked up the rear naked. Joe Rogan's in tears. It's amazing. What a great world we're in. Yeah. There you go. I'll get back into the swing of things. I'm all good. I'm healthy. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better now. Well, I'm not feeling better than ever before, but I'll be good. I don't want to get into what happened because it's quite graphic. It weren't crazy. And I don't think I would have died. But I felt like I was going to die. So I went to A&E. And it was something I was struggling with for a few days. And I was on 1 HP. Okay? I made a video. I cried at the press conference and I missed it as well. Didn't get to make a reaction video laughing at that. Can you imagine the Guru content this week? Fuck, man. But there you go. Fumbled it, I guess. But maybe the aura of... Maybe there's some storyline to be had here that I left the hospital, got dismissed just in time, made it to the event. You know what I mean? Had to sort of give the fucking doctors a rope-a-dope, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Gave them the old slip. Bastards. Trying to keep me in there, they were. NHS, you should have seen them when they asked if I was vaccinated. I need to calm down. I'm saying too much because I'm on meds. But you should have seen their face. They wanted me in there. And they wanted to do injections on me, boy. And I was like, no fucking way. I'm fucking famoosing my way out of this fucking hospital. And I'm watching her get slept. I could do a mini recap of the rest of the card. I'm not going to do a full recap. To be honest with you, I haven't found a way to watch a lot of the main card fights, but I'll do a reaction to the overall card. Just a quick summary here. If my computer will fucking let me. There we go. Computer's on 1 HP as well, it seems, guys. You're going to have to give me another few seconds here. Come on. Anyway. So Aguilar got subbed. Soy. No. Nickel got subbed. I was wrong. Of course, Song Kenan won. It's a surprise he didn't finish Glenn. Tom Nolan won. Kind of iffy looking performance, but we're starting to see that from him a lot more. Herbert Burns quit again. But then again, Jack Jenkins really did beat the shit out of him. And I think broke his leg again. I think Jack Jenkins is breaking motherfuckers' legs. Casey O'Neill won. Slut. I'm joking. But Luana Santos is my boo, and, you know, can't get it all our way. All good. Joshua Kalibau, I thought got fucking robbed. All good. But I thought he kind of let it slip. Junior Tafa's a bitch for the way he handled it. You know the rules. You can't go and then act like you didn't verbally tap. That's a verbal tap. And then he slapped him afterwards. He should be getting a ton of shit for that. Little fucking flabby body bitch. Sorry. I'm so back. Oh my God, Li Jingliang. Oh, I watched that one. Actually. Li Jingliang, you know. He got done dirty by Prates. And he was landing, but man, Prates is good, huh? Prates looks slick out there. Timing. And he wanted a highlight reel. That's what I liked about Prates' performance. It's like the KO weren't good enough for him. Mean to Li Jingliang. Even meaner, they didn't let him at the press conference in a suit. Bastard UFC. Bastard company. But Prates wanted a highlight. And that's what that fight was. Somehow they gave the fucking Tuivasa. Someone gave it to Tuivasa. He got schooled by my boy Biggie Boy, who DM'd me after the fight. Shout out to him. And I thought Gamrot beat Hooker, you know. But then again, I don't know. Maybe not. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe fuck Gamrot and value guillotines and explicit damage. If it was Makayev, I'd say Hooker won. The meds are making me real here, guys. If Makayev had Gamrot's fight, I'd say he fucking lost. So I'm not going to act like he didn't. So Dan Hooker's in the top 5. Would you believe it? Cara France fucking ruined everything at flyweight. Would you believe it? Urseg's about to start a Reyes run. Hopefully not. Seemed like his Blachowicz-Reyes performance there after the Jones one. I'm not saying Pantoja is Jones. Pantoja's natty. He ain't Jones. And he's straight, I think, as well. Yeah. Dricus subbed Israel Adesanya. And the belt goes home to Dricus Du Plessis' home in South Africa. Nay, the southern part of Africa. Nay, Africa. The belt goes home to Africa, and Dricus Du Plessis goes home to Africa with it. And that's a fact. That's all I'm saying. Now, let me calm down before I get jailed out here in the UK. See you later. I'm joking. Anyway, hopefully I made that fun enough. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do better. I don't know how, but I'll try not to die. And we're good. I actually had some life. I haven't really got no one. I don't know how to end the. Yeah, I realised some things in that hospital bed, and while I've been recovering, I've realised some things as well, because I've been on no food for 5 days. I had a scrambled egg on toast today. It was really good. And I was in hospital bed. I had an epiphany on life. And I'm over-exaggerating a bit, but I'm just being real. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink. So this is the situation I was in. They don't know what happened. The doctors don't know. I'm truly a myth. I'm an enigma, okay? I hope I pronounced that clear enough. But the doctors still don't know. They're acting like things ain't adding up here. So I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't drink. I couldn't eat. I couldn't move. I could barely breathe. I had to go A&E. I think I rocked up to my parents' place dead, pretty much, just laying there like, please. I somehow got in an Uber. It stank, for fuck's sake. Ruined it even more. And then they got me to hospital. Shout out to the parents. Big time. I had an epiphany. I had no food, no water, no MMA, no YouTube. And I realized I have nothing. I have nothing in life. And it was a real sad moment. So I think I'll be in a happier mood moving forward. Not just because Dricus won, but just because I'm going to start maybe doing life a bit different. Who knows? We'll see how it goes, man. But, yeah. I don't know. When I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink I don't even drink alcohol. I couldn't drink water without just shooting it out this end, you know? And that was going on for like 3 or 4 days. I don't know how I was still there, but I was. And then it fixed. I was hooked up to IV drips and that, so they got me back to top form. But I don't have nothing other than this, so I should stay healthy and make sure I can do this. Because I was, yesterday I had no voice. And I was like, what am I going to do? I can't eat. I can't drink. I can't do MMA. So I just kind of laid there. Just kind of looking at the ceiling a bit. And couldn't even watch my phone because I felt like I had spins whenever I looked at a screen. So I just kind of laid there. And I realized that I should find a hobby or something, I think. I don't know. Maybe I should take up badminton. I'm coming out the closet. No, I'm joking. I don't know. Maybe I should go on a holiday or something. I don't know. But Dricus won, and that's all I care about in life. Not that Dricus won, but MMA results. I wouldn't have wanted to exist in a world where Dricus lost. And mate, you know what I'm going to say? I manifested this. Okay? There's no way God would have done me double dirty like that. Rushing out of hospital just to see Adesanya flatline Dricus. There's no way he would have done me like that. So I'm glad that Dricus won. Sloppy in moments, but he pulled it off where he needed to. And that's what we come to expect from Dricus, man. That's what we come to expect from Dricus. And he was up on the scorecards. I don't agree with that maybe, but he was up on the scorecards. And people are acting like Adesanya was schooling him like 10-8 in every round on the feet. It was a weird reaction from the whole MMA world, but I thought it was a pretty back and forth fight where Adesanya was more technical and maybe getting a better at the stand-up, but Dricus was slowly getting to him. So, yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you later. Goodbye.